Hello.
What's up, bitches?
And hoes.
And different area codes.
We thought we'd come here today and
make a video.
There seems to be videos going on about questions people want to know answers to.
I have the first question, and it's the gayest question. I forgot my question.
Oh my god, you're so funny.
You go first.
Okay. Let me think. Something juicy, perhaps? Okay, what was the first sex spell you did? And how did it work? Did it work good?
The first sex spell I did? Like, what do you mean?
Like, because sometimes there's somebody you really want, and maybe they say no to your advances, and so you gotta turn up the heat so they want you sexually. I know I've done those before. I'm sure you have too. So the first one you can recall, just how did the process go for you? And did you get what you want afterwards? Like, did you achieve it or...
The first spell I did like that ever was not necessarily... Okay, it wasn't necessarily... It worked, but it didn't work on my target. Like... I did this spell to make this guy really want me because like the romance was there and the friendship was there, but like that part was kind of lagging, right? And so I wasn't seeing him. I was kind of going out once in a while with this guy, and I got him to like lend me his energy, right? I should not have done that because like he really wanted me, okay? And he was like, fine, I'll help you do it. He didn't care. And then like it directed at him, but it drove him crazy. And he started getting really, really like forceful. But you know what? I had fun with it. Like he was really good.
It worked.
But yeah, there's one I did. I went into the botanica one time with the intention of getting this particular person to like want me that. But she told me to get those old, those penis candles.
Yeah.
And I got one. But when it came time to do the spell, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it to bring a bunch of people, right?
Lots of dick.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I did that, and I was getting a lot of attention, and from some weird fucking people too, man. Some like creepy homeless people, and like trying to like get me to go with them places, physically grabbing me and trying to, that didn't work. So I mean, that was a little bit scary. So there's that. What about you?
Well, the first, it fucked up. It was supposed to be a love spell. Okay, it's not what I got. But I read in this book, that Sarah Lynn Morrison book.
Oh, I remember that book.
How to do an aphrodisiac so you could get the man that you desired. Okay. Well, I was a virgin. I really liked my cousin's best friend. He was like way older than me. I was like 16, but I wanted this guy really bad, and I knew he liked me. So I made this aphrodisiac with certain herbs, and I made him an omelet. That was my whole thing. I would make everybody omelets, and his omelet, I put that thing in there. I lost my virginity that night, but on the flip side, I did not win his heart. So that was a really cruel lesson to me because I was so heartbroken about it. I couldn't understand it. And, I realized, like, for me, when I work love magic, like, if there's no connection or, like, they don't view me in that way, it won't grow. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really weird. Like, there has to be some kind of something there.
You have to, like, if you want that to happen, you really have to put a lot of work, and it's a process.
Yeah, I was young, dude. I mean, I was like 16. Come on.
A lot of people don't understand that who are trying to get people to be with them. If the person does not want you, you could get that person, but you have to understand if you want them, you're gonna have to start you have to start at the bottom. And you have to do magic on them to get them to be your friend first. and then be friends with them for a while. You have to put a lot of time and effort, and most people are not that patient to do that.
No, and it's a long process. It's something that you want to keep doing in order to keep it solid. The more you do it, more solid it'll get. But a lot of people don't have the time, nor the energy, or the focus. You know, because once another man starts paying attention to him, oh, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? He's not even giving me what I want. So, I love spells can be a little tricky. But
love spells. What was your first book? Your first book was my first book.
We have the same book, which is really weird. But it was the Sarah Lynn Morrison, A Witch's Spell book. I got the first two.
It's Sarah Lydon.
Oh, Sarah Lydon Morrison. But it was
the Modern Witch's Spell book.
Yeah. It was a purple one and a red one. And those were the two I got. And
I had the purple one.
That was
first one, I think.
Books, man, they were cool. I don't know.
I remember there was one particular spell in there. It was a money spell, right? And you needed a dark black bowl, and you had to go outside under the full moon and drop a silver coin in. And I'm like, fuck! All I had was like an old molcajete, you know, like the Mexican mortar and pestle, and a dime. And I went outside. No, it's like plastic.
Oh, was it plastic? Okay.
It looked like a little cauldron, and so I put that out there, and I was reading like correspondence. And I threw some nutmeg in there, powdered nutmeg, and so I washed my hands under the full moon, right? And I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get some munchies, honey. And so the next day, I was like 13. The next day I went to school, and I started finding cash on the floor in random places, like a 20 here, a 5 there on the way home. Someone dropped $2. Now I was like, I'm gonna put this in my pocket.
I got me some money, bitch.
buy me a sack.
From that book, I did one. Okay, this is gay. I should have did the money one, but I didn't do the money one. I did one to get a bird. Okay, she had one in there to get a dove to make it your own, and you got rainwater, and it had to be like a silver goblet. And I went to all thrift shops and found one. I don't even think it was real silver, but it was like, it'll do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and it always rained in San Jose, so it was like rainwater was easy. And a bird came. It was I think it was a pigeon. I thought it was a pigeon, but I think it was a pigeon. You know, had a little bit of drink, and the pigeon would come sometimes. It could have been a different one. I don't know. So I don't really know if that one worked, but I tried. You know what I mean? I was just like, the aphrodisiac one, that one worked. You know, and I guess I should have done more research on that. I just assumed that it would keep him. You know what I mean? And if I had kept doing work on him, I probably could have, but I didn't. I just did that one thing. And
how old were you?
16.
Oh,
going to be 17.
What do you think about hummingbirds?
I actually,
magically speaking, of course.
Magically speaking, they're very good luck for me. They're good luck, and besides love, I always feel like they bring good energy and good things to you, like positive things. You know what I mean? They're like little spirit messengers. I don't know, but they're good luck to me. I've always, whenever I've seen a certain amount of them, you know, like where there's more than usual, it's usually a really good sign something really good is going to happen. So I've used hummingbirds, and they work really well. Their energy is very positive, like childlike love, you know, when it's innocent and pure and there's no like boundaries on it. That's what they remind me of, kind of thing.
I love hummingbirds. We both used hummingbirds before, and like real dead ones, like and spell work. I know that sounds fucked up, but
they're already dead. It's not like we killed them. So can I just say this already? There are farms of hummingbirds somewhere, and they drop dead. I don't know. Old age. I don't know. But they scoop these fuckers up. And they sell them at your local botanic.
They're really good for sex spells, because if you think about it, the analogy between the hummingbird and it, you know,
sucking the nectar.
Yeah, you know, the birds and the bees, right? The birds and flowers. Hummingbirds are really good because they kind of give you this very, like she said, like this, but it's more like an innocent attraction. Yeah. You know, like a very.
It's pure.
It's like how an older male pines over a young maiden.
A maiden.
It gives that allure. That's a glow of attraction. You know.
I don't know. I find them very, very magical. I mean, always like with all animals, but there are certain animals that will call to you, or that you will have like interactions with or experiences with. They'll be like kind of like your little spirit guides or whatnot. And I think the hummingbird is one of them. That's for us. But some people have spiders, bats. I mean.
Should we talk about what happened today at the park?
Yes. So we did a spell, and we took it today to our little sacred spot that we go to, where there's water and ducks and geese and cranes and all kinds of fucking shit. And something really magical happened. You can go.
We did a spell with a pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
And we used Oshun. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're not initiated," and this and that. But you know what? We know what works for us. And if the spirits are communicating with us and they're making things happen, don't worry about it. Like, mind your own fucking business.
Exactly. Don't give a shit about what we're doing. It works for us, and we connect with deities differently than maybe some people. We don't just practice with one specific, but we have different relationships with different energies. Not every single one, but certain ones that call to us. And Oshun was one of them. And she's actually been very, very, has blessed us a lot. Mm-hmm. I will say that. I didn't think that I would really take to her, but she's been nothing but good to me. So yeah. I do things for her. When I say I'm going to do something, I make sure I do it. But we did our little thing for her, and we had these animal omens, all different kinds.
So we offered our pumpkin, which we did something with, and as soon as we offered it, in the pond that we gave it to, these ducks started coming up to us. And then these turtles started coming up to us. And then these little tadpoles started coming up to us.
They were eating off of our pumpkins, which I thought was a really good sign.
I always think that's so cool. A lot of times we do stuff out in nature, and we get confirmation because animals will fly to us or come to us and just, around us.
We saw dragonflies. Yeah, it does. It's the universe is showing you, it's accepted, it's getting blessed, and you know that everything's going to start happening because of that. You know what I mean? I do feel here's one thing, doing nature out in doing magic out in nature is highly more effective, especially when you're doing certain kinds of magic.
It's because you have all the elements.